It's a real simple website now. You go to click on the platform tab right there, and you'll find out all the reasons why we're better than the other guy. And people don't even understand our platform. It's so advanced. They don't get it. We have very core beliefs that we think need to be established. America's new direction should be this. Very, very simply. Ending war will subtract troops from the Middle East, maintain of 2 to get rid. Ending selective service requirements, which we think are completely unnecessary at this point. Ending the use of GMOs, fluoride in the water, chemtrails, and forced vaccinations. That's a huge difference between us and the two parties. Legalization of marijuana with a 15% sales tax max so that it keeps the price affordable for people. Tort reform, limiting it $2 million benefits for people with medical bankruptcies and, medical lawsuits against medical malpractice. And every person who sues will get free medical for life. All the victims will, if they win the court case. Term limits for all.
Oh, sorry.
And no individual mandates. This is really important. More individual freedom, ending brutality in the cities of America. I have a very strong position. The rest is pretty much an advance way beyond anything the two parties can come up with. Everything is right there, concise, to the point. We have an idea to stimulate the economy with hybrid capitalism. Back to the base for economic. We'll be completely renovating houses across the country with our homestead renewal plan. In fact, let me tell you about that right now. If you haven't heard about this plan, this is a design to actually build jobs that are $10 an hour jobs. We'll be employing people from around every area that are journeymen and start a plan. We'll jumpstart the housing industry, help the real estate industry, and ultimately help you own your own home. Very simple plan. And we also have a solar rooftop renovation revolution idea, where we don't want to roll out carpet like solar panels on the roofs of every single house that wants to qualify, and we'll be able to do the pay for taxes. I want to get rid of the existing tax structure, bring in a flat tax. We're not taking your call anymore. You're clearly out of touch. After listening to the first 40 minutes of my show, you still want to vote to party. So you don't qualify to make a phone call. You don't get it. Yeah. You're not even invited at the table here unless you can get out of your two-party mindset and move on with a third party.
First time.
I mean, you need to talk to two parties.
Yeah, we're not talking about the other candidates. We're talking here about Sponheim and why he's awesome for president.
All right, we're going to not take calls from this person, so yeah, let's just turn guests off for a while. I agree. Sarah, why don't you take over the show?
Absolutely.
I'm going to get some more coffee.
Okay, absolutely. I definitely believe that the basics are water, food, housing, healthcare, transportation, education, and of course our infrastructure, in that order, I would say. With when we have solutions for all of those at America's Party. With housing, we have the homestead renewal plan, where people can actually invest their own labor into building up existing houses or building up new houses. Really, with you transcend some people or the idea of money. And you're right, it's so hilarious that banks say, oh, you have a house, you have property, here's some paper, give me your house and property in exchange for them. That's, and of course, people, money is as good as people believe it is to be, and so of course a lot of people do believe strongly in money as a means of exchange, and that's why we have such a strong money system. But I do believe that we need society is based on housing, healthcare, education, transportation, and other infrastructure in that order. And so with our water, we have an actual ocean pipeline idea at America's Third Party, and that's the idea that we, people say we're running out of fresh water, but we have water, we eat that water so that it can become drinkable, that that's, and usable. That's some of the things that we can do, and we can also sorry, Dupster, I'll have David answer the phone when he gets back. But we can actually have that water usable for growing things as well. So those are some of the things that we have as an ocean pipeline system for water. We would like to have an essential food plan. We believe strongly in having a national composting plan so that we can revitalize our soil. So many chemicals and other things are added to our soil. That's if growing doesn't have the nutrients that vermicomposting, vermicomposting across our nations, so that we have the great worm castings to revitalize our soil so that we can actually grow things again. And then, so that's water, and bring the love, and that's what you need for building a great home. That's really what it's about. We need to get back to what is essential and how can we bring those essential needs around, rather than obviously at the people. It's about me, and I just want to say I appreciate you coming to the show. So I've already talked about 3 of the things, and now let's talk about healthcare. Healthcare is so vital for our populace. So America's Third Party, we actually believe in having greater health care for people, and we actually have a mobile medical unit idea, because not everyone can make it to a doctor, but if they can't make it to a doctor, can come to, if our military is trained as medical professionals, and that there should not be this huge quota. I want to make sure that the quotas to get into medical school is extends to, if you want to get into medical school, you have to prove that you have the intellect, but you can get into medical school, rather than having a quota that only looking. We know in an economy, and I do believe that we're going to have an economy for a while, Transcender, even though you and I know that money's not money's not exactly what people believe it to be, but I still use money daily, I have to say. And so with that, I believe we're going to have, and think about, here's the thing you have, usually the costs go down. So the more doctors we can have, the lower the costs will be.